Next up, change gears a little. We're going to talk about AI. Remember how I started out by saying that AI, it's sort of hard. AI projects tend to run long. They don't always do what you want. It's probably a pretty common problem. Well, we're going to bring up Wendy Lee, and Wendy runs engineering for our customer service group. She's an engineer here at ServiceNow, but she's been doing this sort of thing for about 20 years. So she's going to talk a little about her experience in the past trying to do AI. Some of it was hard. And then she's going to talk a little about her experience using the ServiceNow AI technologies inside of her applications, inside of ServiceNow, things that she wrote that you're going to use. And then finally, she and her demo partner, Michael, are going to show you how to apply that application and that AI technology to a new app up here on stage. I do think it has something to do with lawnmowers and cats, so I'm looking forward to seeing that. So please help me welcome Wendy to the stage. Wendy, come on up.
Are you guys ready for artificial intelligence? Wow. Yes, OK, let's go. Early in the session, Pat explained to you why integrating AI into application is a really tough problem. I can personally vouch for it. I have first-hand experience of how challenging it is to apply AI to different use cases. And I would like to share some past events. Recently, my daughter's phone started behaving badly. The GPS didn't work. She cannot play her favorite Pokemon Go. Imagine, she was frustrated. She's from digital generation, she's independent, and wanted to solve this issue herself. So she went to the website, clicked through a few knowledge articles. That did not solve her issue. Then she was asked a bunch of the questions: the category of issue, the subcategory, the zip code, the cellular phone provider, the mode of the phone, the make of the phone. And eventually, she had to ask me for help to fill in the form. As a mom, I felt pretty good about this. You know, it is always good to know more than your kid. You know, as an engineer, I was embarrassed. Why will we ask my daughter all those questions? Why will we make her life so hard as a consumer? I know the answer just like you do. The answer is that the service provider asks her all those questions so they can collect information and assign her case to the right technician. That, in turn, is a very tough problem. It is one of those things when you logically think, AI should be able to help. But even the very sophisticated company, the company you work with, the company that make really sophisticated smartphone, haven't solved it yet. Up to now, bringing AI into application was not easy. But thanks to now, you will have much better experience of AI, I promise. Here's another example. Sometime in the past, I was asked to help a car company to figure out if people were saying good or bad things about their newly released car on social media. The task seems pretty straightforward to engineer, right? I just need to fetch a bunch of Twitter posts, do some sentiment analysis, and out pops the answer, right? I see some of you are shaking your head, and some of you are smiling or laughing. You're right, it doesn't work out that way. Let me explain. The intelligent tool and the data were not on the same platform. Transferring large volume of data out of various social networks into the intelligent tool was really challenging. Second of all, the mode of the intelligent tool was not tailored to the data owned by the car company, so it didn't work well. 5 engineers on my team had to manually label the data, wrote a bunch of code to augment the intelligent tool. And lastly, There's no continuous learning built in to adapt to the change of the business. So my team had to repeat this practice over and over. Does that sound familiar to some of you? Yes. It was my first AI project. Was not a huge success. I hope I had a better platform to build with. So given all that, when I came to ServiceNow, one of the things I was asked to do was to integrate various AI features of the platform to the application, the customer service managed application. I'm here to tell you, I was nervous. I thought it was going to be another terrible, endless engineer project, like the car company I mentioned. Only it wasn't. Using the Now platform, 2 engineers on my team were able to get 2 complete different AI components wired into the application, the same release they came out. We got the capability to integrate in few months rather than years, and they worked. It was easy. That means you can do the same thing with your application and your user cases. In the next couple minutes, we're going to show you how ServiceNow platform helped to bring AI into your application. To do this, we will show you 2 sets of the demos. With all that being said, I would like to introduce a pretty cool guy, the product manager of the virtual agent, Michael Forston.
Thank you, Wendy.
You're welcome.
So I am a consumer mobile guy, but my first job was customer service. And the thing that I remember the most about that job was the connection that I felt between myself and the customers that I was helping. Now, this was a small enterprise company in Dallas, and it was a brand new product, and I was the only support agent on it, and our hours were 9 to 5. But every day, and I don't think anybody knew this, but every day at 5 o'clock, I would transfer my desk phone to my cell phone so that my customers would get the help that they needed. 20 years later, that connection and the immense satisfaction that it brings me continues to inspire and motivate me. And I bet you I'm not the only one in this room who feels that connection. So at ServiceNow, one of our goals is to help your agents spend their time helping your customers. And that can be hard, especially in a big company where you've got requests and incidents coming in, and there's just a lot of stuff that you have to do before you can even start helping the customer. So we introduced Agent Intelligence to help with that. It automatically predicts category and priority and assignment for your cases and incidents, and it's available today. If you haven't seen it, go to the demo pods, check it out. Your agents are going to love it. So that helps the process before you actually get to helping a customer. But what about actually helping customers? What are we doing to help with that? Now, if you think about the customer experience these days, sorry, go back one, please. I'm a little excited and a little bit ahead of myself here. So picture an agent sitting in a call center, and you've got requests coming in from everywhere, calls, chat, email, and maybe you've got an expert sitting in that chair, and he knows the answer, and maybe he doesn't. Maybe he has to search for similar cases, and hopefully it's the right one, and send that to the customer. Now, me, as a customer, I'm a technical guy. I don't ask a whole lot of questions, and when I do, it goes to Tier 1 support, and I might have to wait for a while. And when it comes back and it's the wrong answer, it's seriously frustrating. And it happens all the time. I bet it happens to you guys too. So we thought, what if there was a magic tab that would automatically give the agent the right matching cases? So we built it. Let me show you how it works. So this is my agent workspace. And up in the top left, you can see I've got a customer problem entered. And there's the tab right there. I click on it, and boom. There's all the matching cases sorted by confidence level. Now, this is not search. This is machine learning. So I click on the very first one, and bingo, there's my answer. Now, this will empower your agents in a coming release, and it turns all of your agents into experts.
Wow, it is so easy, right? Now, let me explain to you why we will be able to make machine learning so simple for you. First of all, the data and the model are on the same platform. There's no need, no cost to transfer data. Second of all, the model is trained and tailored to your data, so it will work for you. Actually, only you. Lastly, we have continuous learning built in to keep up with your growing business. I wish I had this for my car project. It would have been totally different experience. Now, let's move on to another form of artificial intelligence.
Right, so we've talked a little bit about how the ServiceNow platform is helping your agents. But what about helping customers? If you think about the customer service experience these days, it usually starts with search. And you put in your request, and it comes back with FAQs and links to knowledge base articles, maybe a link to a support forum, maybe something about a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. It feels like a deflection. And if you decide you actually need an agent to help you, you end up with this. There's a dozen form fields, and some of them make sense. But some of these, come on, guys, it's 2018. You should really know the answers to these questions already about me. So we set out to replace this experience with this one. How can I help you? And this is more than chat. This is a conversation that drives to resolution. It's called Virtual Agent, and I get to show it to you today. Now, to do that, we invented LawnBot. LawnBot's like a Roomba, but instead of vacuuming your living room, it mows your yard. And it's got a cool built-in training mode that follows you around the yard to learn the boundaries and to learn where your garden is, because you don't want to mow the garden. Now, we launched this about a year ago. It's been selling like crazy, and we use Virtual Agent to help our customers. It does things like tell me how to use LawnBot, or help me troubleshoot a problem where we might actually need to send the repair part, and we can give them the shipping bill right there in the chat. And it can even help diagnose problems live in the chat. Let me show you how that works. So this is our chat interface, and customer Mary has contacted us, and the first thing you'll notice is that the bot welcomes her and asks how it can help. And Mary's got a problem with her LawnBot. Now, she's going to describe it to us, and it looks like she's having a problem with the power unit on her LawnBot. And thankfully, that's something we've actually designed support for. We just need to know what the lights on her bot look like. So we give her a little image carousel. She just scrolls through, finds the matching one, and clicks on it. And we know exactly what to do. We need to restart this LawnBot. We're connected, so we can do that remotely. So we do that. We've created an incident, but Mary doesn't need it. Her problem has been solved.
Awesome. Not the reflection, resolution. Not only is it simple for your customer, this is simple for you, the builder. Next, we'll show you the powerful conversation designer.
Right, so that's what the chat interface looks like. How do we actually build these conversations? Here's the Virtual Agent Designer, and in the middle is the canvas. This is where it all happens. So you lay out your conversation here from top to bottom, start to finish. And over on your left are all of the components that make up the conversation. You can do things like widgets and carousels and text boxes. And you just grab one and you drag it over and you drop it on the canvas. And then if you click on anything in the canvas, over on your right is the Properties Inspector. And that'll help you configure whatever you need to. It really is that simple.
Wow. So Michael just showed you how to build a robust conversation to solve routine problems. But that is not all. This intelligent bot can also quickly adapt to new situations. Let's see it.
Right, so customer service contacted me, and we've got a problem.
A problem?
So we shipped an update recently, and it turns out there's a bug.
Bug?
2 bugs, actually.
Uh-oh.
So the first bug is that LawnBot will randomly switch back into training mode. And the second bug is that LawnBot in training mode likes to follow cats.
Cats?
Cats.
That sounds a bad combination.
It's a very bad combination. And think about it from the cat's point of view. You're being followed by a lawnmower. No, you're not. You're being chased by a lawnmower. So you run through the garden and up the nearest tree. What does LawnBot do? LawnBot follows through your garden and up. Well, it can't climb the tree, so it just circles.
That would be a top YouTube hit, right?
That would be a great YouTube video, yes, but it's a terrible customer experience, so we have to fix it.
How do you plan to fix it?
Well, the first thing we need to do is fix the bug. But then we need to train our support agent to handle this situation.
Let's do it.
All right. So this is the designer again, and here is my customer service topic. This has everything we've trained our chatbot to do. And we need to handle a new situation, so we click on the plus and add a new leg. And we have to call it something, so let's call it the cat problem. What's the first thing we want our bot to do when we encounter this problem? We want to reassure the customer, I think. So we'll drag in a text box to let them know we know what's going on, we're going to take care of them. Now, the next thing we probably want to do is turn off training mode and shut down the bot. So our engineers have written a script to do that. I'm going to drag that in and drop that into the conversation. And the last thing we do after we've done all that is we probably want to let the customer know what we've done and that it's safe now to go get their lawn bot and get the cat out of the tree. All right? And now that we've got that done, so it really is this simple to take an existing conversation, add an entirely new capability, and deliver it to your customers. Our final step is just to drag the end of this new leg over to the end of the conversation, and we're done. Now we just need to test it. And oh, look, here's Mary again. Let's see what Mary has to say. It says help exclamation mark. That's not a good sign. OMG, LawnBot is chasing my poor cat. That's exactly what we're looking for. Let's see what happens. All right, so the bot has detected the situation. We have turned off training mode. We've shut down the bot, and it's now safe to go get her lawn bot and fetch the cat.
Well done. So this is more than a chat. This is intelligent bot that tightly integrates the platform and all that offers. This is not only for your customer, it's also for your employees. It is available on your favorite channels, Team, Slack, web, or right on your phone. It's simple to use, it's simple to build. This virtual agent can help you solve common problems and some are not so common ones. Agent intelligence and the virtual agent. That is how ServiceNow platform is liberating your employee from mundane tasks and improving your customer experience. The key thing to remember here is this technology is there for you to use in your application to make life better for everyone. It's powerful, it's simple, it's tightly integrated with the platform, and most importantly, it is designed to be deployed by you, the builder. Thank you, Michael.
Thank you, Wendy. And thank you all.
Let's bring back Pat.